You want to create economic collapse quicker? Then just go out and do exactly what President Obama has been doing ever since he got elected in 2008. And that would be bash the rich, denigrate the wealthy, and say that those who have money should give away more of it to pay for what we, the government, have not been able to control for decades. Now, you liberals shouldn't get yourselves all excited about the fact that Barack Obama wants to make things a little more fair for the average person, as if he and the government are sudden arbitrators of all forms of goodness, right? Just as many criminals, crooks, and dishonest people are, the government is in love with money. More specifically, your money. But unlike businesses, the government doesn't earn your money, it takes your money. So when President Obama travels around the country on Air Force One at a cost of $180,000 an hour to the taxpayers and says that all we want is for the rich to, quote, pay just a little bit more to help pay down the debt, he is not saying that we ask millionaires, which he defines as anyone making over $250,000 a year or more. He's not saying that we should ask those people to pay more. He is saying we will force those people to pay more. And he's saying it like he has some inherent right to that money. Now here's a quote from Mr. Obama made in a speech that he gave in Osawatomie, Kansas, that sums up pretty much what I've been saying so far. Now this is on a speech, or this is in an article entitled Obama's Godfather Speech on the Wall Street Journal here, and if you scroll down you can see the quote. It's right here, and it says, "Unless you're a financial institution whose business model is built on breaking the law, cheating customers, and making risky bets that could damage the entire economy, you should have nothing to fear from these new rules." Really, Mr. President? What's the point of that? How many companies does President Obama think actually have a business model like that? Is that ridiculous? But all this is done not in the name of fairness. It is done in the name of pitting one class of citizens against another. He is saying that you can't have a better education, you can't have a nicer house, you can't have a nicer car, can't have better health care because the rich aren't paying enough in taxes because George W. Bush gave tax breaks to the wealthy, and now Mitt Romney's vice presidential candidate, Paul Ryan, wants to do the same thing. Honestly, Mr. President, we are tired of hearing that. The more the president talks this kind of talk, the more he encourages and helps economic collapse. The more he explains how he wants to spread the wealth around, the more that actually causes people to want to find shelters from his prying eyes and those of the government as well. The more President Barack Hussein Obama encourages people at rallies to demand that the rich pay more, the more he discourages an entrepreneur from risking capital in another new venture that could end up employing people. You want to create economic collapse? Then discourage businesses from getting started by spending all your time explaining how evil rich people are, just like President Obama is doing. Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below.